What's up? It's Andy Grammer with Jag.
Hi, this is Carly Rae Jepsen, and you're listening to Jag.
Hey everybody, it's Joe Jonas hanging with Jag.
This is Heather Knox with the hottest Jag I've ever seen.
Ryan Seacrest with Jag.
It's B.O.B. checking in with my homie Jag. So much swag with my homie Jag.
It's the Jag Show podcast.
Welcome in. So just a quick update for you. It's been 10 days since our last episode, and life's been busy. So with some large projects and some other things that have come up, I haven't been doing the twice weekly podcasts. Not a bad problem to have to be very busy. I know I'm very lucky compared to a lot of folks right now. So a quick update. I'm actually going to be out of the studio all next week. I was planning on going on vacation, but there's really nowhere to go. So it's going to be more of a staycation, stuff around the house, some mulching, potentially replacing a bathroom vanity if my wife has her druthers. But really, I'm going to take some time to work on my business, and during the week, I'm not going to be recording or editing any podcasts, because that takes up the majority of my time, and I really want to take a step back and really look at things and evaluate things and kind of catch my breath. So as far as that relates to this podcast, I'm likely going to continue the 5 Minute Friday podcast that I've been doing, probably pull back on the interviews a little bit, because that is time-consuming to schedule them, record them, and edit them. So the interviews might be more of a once-in-a-while kind of thing, and the 5 Minute Friday thing will hopefully still be a regular thing. That said, before I head out on my little staycation, some podcasting notes from the last 2 weeks since we last checked in. Amazon is adding podcasts to Audible and Amazon Music soon. In fact, my host Simplecast sent out an email to all hosts saying, hey, here's the link if you want to submit your show to Amazon. It was a very quick process. My first thought is, why not submit to Amazon? Why not be on Alexa? Why not be on Amazon Music and Audible and everywhere you can be? There are some interesting content restrictions in their terms of service, though. It started out that you could not say anything bad about Amazon or they would yank your podcast. They've since changed that. It's a lot more vague now. James Cridland from Pod News does a great breakdown of this. It's in the show notes this week. I've had a lot of people ask me about Anchor, the free podcast host. If you're just messing around, I guess it's okay to use Anchor, but I don't like Anchor because I'm always wary of anything that is free. Where are they making their money? Yes, they're owned by Spotify now, but they have a backdoor way around Apple Podcasts and submitting to that app, which is still the biggest podcast app out there. And there's some questions about who owns your content. It's very murky. If you're messing around and don't want to commit any money to a podcast host, I guess it's okay, but I still hesitate. Really, if you want to get on Simplecast or Libsyn or Blueberry, you can do it for $5, $10, $15, $20 a month. And if you're really trying to do a podcast, if you don't have $15 a month to spend on a hobby, you might want to find the new hobby. There are all kinds of podcast rankers out there about what's the most popular podcasts, and a lot of them are flawed because they only list certain podcasts and some things are excluded from their lists. Edison Research, who is still, in my opinion, the gold standard of podcast information, they have a new list of the top 30 podcasts out, claims to include everything. In case you're wondering, The Daily, number 2, Joe Rogan, number 1, full list in today's show notes. And some quick conference notes. I've been checking out the PodFest Virtual Summit this week, here and there. I've liked what I've seen from what I've watched so far. I did pay for the ticket that I can watch the recordings of the downloads. I'll do that at some downtime next week. And locally, tickets are on sale for the Detroit Podcast Conference. That is linked in my show notes as well. So I'm off next week, so I will likely talk to you in a couple of weeks. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, and don't forget to take a mental break yourself when you need one. Later!
Thanks for listening to the Jag Show podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to subscribe in Apple, Spotify, Google, or wherever you get your podcasts. For help with your podcast, find Jag on social media at Jag in Detroit or on the web at jagindetroit.com.